And if it takes you just a little while, open your eyes and just look at the day. You'll see things in a different way. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't you stop. It will soon be here. Oh, it will be so much better than before. 'Cause yesterday is gone. Yesterday is gone. Why not stop and think? Think about the things to come. Oh, instead of all the little things you've done. Now, if you think life has been bad to you, just think about what tomorrow will do. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't you stop. It will soon be here. Oh, it will be so much better than before. 'Cause yesterday's gone. Yesterday's gone. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't you stop, 'cause it will soon be here. Oh, it will be so much better than before. 'Cause yesterday is gone. Yesterday is gone. Don't you ever look back.
Hey, everybody. It's the top of the hour, which means you've still got a little bit of time to grab a snack or get something to drink or share the link around with your friends. Make sure they're here in time to see How Do You Get There with Stephen Paris and his guest, Kelly Brown. So, get all ready to go, and we will be starting in about 2.5 minutes. Welcome to the Virtual Stab Comedy Theater. It's time for How Do You Get There? Please welcome to your screen your host, Stephen Ferris.
Hey, everybody. Stephen Ferris here with my new show, How Do You Get There? And my guest tonight is Kelly Brown, who was a fixture in the Sacramento comedy scene here. And she's got a nice little office backdrop there. And tonight we're going to be asking her for directions to different places that she's been. And we're going to draw an interpretive map here on this makeshift easel that I put together.
I was explaining to someone that, the concept, the show concept, like, he's going to ask me about how to get to where I've been, and then he's going to draw a map, and they're just like staring at me.
Perfect. That's what we're going for.
It's really going to be funny.
I
Okay.
Hope. Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right. Now, because you are Kelly Brown, I'm
I am.
starting off with a brown Sharpie.
Ah,
First part of the map that we're going to draw is going to be with this brown Sharpie. And
okay.
what we're looking for here is, a place. I know people aren't traveling a whole lot. Well, some people are, but during the pandemic, people are mostly staying home. And you've taken off your glasses, though.
Oh, it's the glare.
Oh,
So if
okay.
I need to see, I will put them on.
Yeah, not a problem. I just interesting thing that happened on the show, and let's find out a little bit more about the
Yes.
glasses disappearing suddenly. And now we know. Anyway, but people are doing some traveling to the store and things like that. So what we want to start with is the most recent place that you traveled to.
Well, that would be Save Mart, but I have to explain about grocery stores, right? So I go to the grocery store like every day, almost, every other day. And there are three. There's Save Mart, and there's Safeway, and then there's Raley's. So I take turns going to all three. So the people there won't know me, won't know I go to the grocery store every day. Okay, Save Mart.
Okay.
Save Mart would be the last place.
Right, so they won't recognize you.
But they'll see me. Oh, they know me. Yeah, they know me. But they only see me like every week instead of every day because of the rotation, you see.
Okay. Well, so you
Okay.
go grocery shopping pretty often then.
Yeah, it's a way to get out of the house, as well as we always run out of something, So yes,
Okay.
yeah, it's okay. Do you
All
want
right.
me to?
Let's
I could talk
do
about
the
this.
Save Mart thing.
Okay.
So what's the overall direction we're going to be traveling?
Oh God, you want north and south and all that?
Well, yeah, just a rough.
I don't know north, south, east, west.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, if Save Mart is generally north, east, south, or west from you, where you
No,
live.
but maybe okay. You know Howe Avenue,
How-
right?
Yeah.
It's Power Inn, Howe Avenue.
North, south.
It's north south from Power Inn to Howe is south. No.
Well, you can go north or south on.
Okay, but Power Inn is south and Howe is north, right?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So generally north, east.
Northeast. Okay. All right. So we'll start down here in the,
Southeast?
no, we want to start down here.
Yeah, yeah,
Southwest corner,
I would.
and we'll work our way northeast.
Right. Well, can I tell you streets or?
Yeah, well,
Okay.
if you want to, you can give street names, but it's not required because, privacy, things like that.
Yes. Well, I was wondering about that actually.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I know how to get to your house, Stephen. Let's do the directions for that. Okay.
So,
So what? We decided northeast, didn't we?
yeah, so we're going to start here, put a little dot for the starting point.
Yes.
I don't know if I can't see it either, but whatever. Okay.
I trust you.
All right, I'll put a circle around it where I can kind of see it now. Anyway.
Yes, I can see it. I can see it. Definitely.
All right. So we're starting
It's
here.
there.
Where are we going first? Which direction?
Which direction? We
Yeah.
are going north.
North?
Yeah, you said Howe Avenue went north, right?
Yeah.
I'm not good at like this is a major street.
When you first pull out of your house, which direction do you go?
Well, first I make a left, then I make a right, then I make a left, then I make a right. Make a left.
All right.
I mean to get to Save Mart, yes.
Yeah. Well,
Okay, I'm going north, right? I'm going north,
okay.
and then I turn east.
East. Okay.
Yeah.
What-
And I'm there.
That's it. Oh,
Well, it's oh, I don't, well, I told you before that I have driving issues, right?
all right.
And so I don't, there are all these rules, driving rules. Anyway, I prefer, like, if I'm going to turn, to have a signal so it's really clear.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I have to have one of those. I go out of my way actually to get the left turn signal.
Okay. All right.
So that would be west. There's a jog west. That's not very far though.
Yeah. Well, so we know you're going north on Howe.
Yes, we know that.
We know that. Now, how many turns do you make before you get to Howe?
Before I get to Howe,
Yeah.
okay, I turn left, and then
On-
I turn right, and then I turn left, and then I turn right, and then I turn left onto Howe.
Okay. So turn left on the Howe.
Yes.
So you're going east and north. So we know that. And then what was the turn before that left? Was that a right?
Before which left? Yeah, it's left, right. So
It's all left, right, left, right?
it is. It's left, right, left, right, left. So the fifth direction is Howe, left on Howe. And it's all left, right before that.
All right.
So it's like, it'd be like a little,
I know, I'm just trying to figure out. I know we're going to be going north. How many total turns are there?
where there were 5 to get to Howe.
5 to get to Howe, and it starts
Yes.
with left and ends with left.
Starts with the left, ends with the left, yes.
Okay. All right. So then it's
I'm sorry, I'm making this hard.
it's all right. So east, and then that would be north.
I think first I turn north, then I turn east. Yeah, northeast, northeast.
Oh,
Left is north,
okay.
east is right.
All right, so let's do that. Keep what I have here.
Okay.
We'll go here.
Well, yes, that's what I was going to say. It looks like stair steps, right?
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the house. Now, and how
And I'm
far?
going north, see?
Yeah, you're going north. How far do you go on how? Do you think?
Not very far.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Well, you know Fair Oaks, right?
A little bit.
It's about that far. But I avoid, you know Fair Oaks and how?
Yeah.
You know there's a red light camera there, right?
I would assume so. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
I didn't know, but I would have. I mean, it makes sense.
yeah. So I've had some run-ins with that red light camera, so
Oh.
I avoid that intersection when I can. Oh, well, I have a story, but it has nothing to do with maps. So,
Okay. Well, that's okay. We can go off on tangents and stuff.
well, okay.
So just like a medium for the rest of the things to be drawn onto.
Ah, yes. Well, okay. I have two sons. You know one of them,
I know
Ryan, right? He's the youngest.
one.
Okay. All right. It took him like 8 tries to get his driver's license. Like 8 times he had to take the test.
Okay.
And his brother's like a year and a half older, and his brother had a license. And so his brother runs that red light,
Oh.
Fair Oaks and Howe, right?
Mhm.
And then Ryan gets his license. Then they think his older brother is really Ryan. They think it's Ryan that ran the red light,
Oh.
but he didn't, because he didn't have a license then at the time of the red light running. So you know what they did?
What'd they do?
They suspended his license like a week, and they suspended it because his brother ran a red light. So of course he was pissed, right?
They would have been driving the same car.
They might have. I mean,
Was
they
it there?
were
Or was it one of
they
your
were younger. But anyway, what I did was I took them to court, right, to fight the ticket,
Uh-huh.
put them on the stand, like, this is so and so. Yes, I'm so and so. And the judge looked at the license and then put Ryan on the stand. Yes, and whatever. So the judge reinstated Ryan's license and also dropped the fine, like the $450 fine.
Okay.
That's all.
Nice.
Yeah. That was the last time I was in court.
Okay. Now this is an element that I've wanted to start adding to the show. 'Cause I'm kind of an automotive enthusiast, and so what kind of car were they driving when they
Um,
in the
it
light?
was probably a Ford Explorer.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you've heard the bumper story, right?
The bumper story.
Yeah. So we lived in Elk Grove, right?
Okay.
And this was when Ryan did not have the license, not even a learner's permit. And so we lived in Elk Grove, and his brother at the time drove the Ford Explorer. And anyway, so Tim, my husband, and I, we walking, we have our coffee at 6 in the morning. We're raising the garage door, whatever. We look in, and there's Ryan duct taping the bumper back on the car.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So we're like, why? Why are you duct taping the bumper back on the car? And this is a Ford Explorer. This is a large bumper, right?
Yeah.
So it turns out he had driven to Natomas to see a girl in the middle of the night.
Okay.
And he took back roads there instead of the highway because he didn't have a license. So do you know how far that would have been?
Was it from Elk Grove to where?
Natomas.
Thomas, yeah. Yeah.
Pretty far, right? And he had never seen speed bumps before.
Oh.
So, of course, he didn't have a license. Did I mention he does not have a license? So anyway, he goes over these speed bumps and the bumper falls off.
Oh, wow.
He gets out, he puts the bumper in the back. It's a Ford, it's got a back.
Right.
And he drives to this girl's house in Natomas over the speed bumps. And she offers him duct tape. And so they put it back on the car, and then she gives him duct tape to take with him. And he drives home, and it falls off again, and so he puts it in the back. And he's trying to tape it back on just as we're walking into the garage.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's all.
Right. You probably thought you guys wouldn't even notice.
That's usually what I say. Did he not think we would notice? Okay, those are driving stories.
Okay. Do you remember
Yes.
which year Ford Explorer it was? But it must have been one of the early. It came out in '91.
Yeah, I was going to say,
With the square.
the 94, but it
Okay.
couldn't have been that old.
No. The '90s had the newer looking rounder front on it. So if you had the squarer front, it'd be '91.
Oh, no, it wasn't a square front. No, I know what you're talking about. It was not that.
Okay.
So when did the rounder front come out?
Rounder front came out in '95.
Ah,
They
okay.
did that design basically from '95 to 2001.
Okay. Maybe this was an old car in 2010.
Okay.
So 2005, maybe?
Oh. Okay.
Maybe it was 2005. It was between 2001 and 2005. It was tan.
Okay.
That's more information about it. And at the time, well, I drove a yellow bug. And
Oh.
I learned on a stick, and I had this great yellow bug. I always, had something like that. And, but then I got another car and gave it to my other son. So, but I loved it. What kind of car do you have, Stephen?
Well, I have a 2016 Volkswagen Golf GTI. That's my main.
Yes.
And then I also have a project car that I've owned since 2001, which is a '79 Cadillac DeVille.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've been doing some more work on it.
Yeah.
Stuff, so
What would it take to make it complete?
well, it needs a little paint, a little engine work. It runs very well. It's just kind of dirty in there, and little upholstery work, and a little more work I want to get some new bushings that go in between the frame and the body. And
What did you just say?
I
What are
said
the names?
bushings that go between the frame and the body.
Okay.
Just a piece of rubber,
Okay.
isolates vibrations and things like that.
And you can get all the stuff at like a auto parts store or
Well, different places, auto parts stores. You can even get
side of the road.
side of the road, pick and pull. I've been going there quite a bit. I got a new dashboard.
Wow.
And there's even, it has a 7-liter engine in it.
Is that big? Okay.
It's very big. And
Huh. What does a normal car have?
well, it depends on the car, but I think your smart car, you still have that, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I think the engine in that is under 2 liters.
I was gonna say I think it's one.
One
I don't
or-
know. I don't know, but it has a very small engine. It has no pickup whatsoever. And it's very noticeable. I can't stalk anyone. Oh, that's Kelly.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's red. It has red.
Yeah, well, again, I am driving challenged. So, well, I wanted the small car so I could park more easily. And so when I drove down the street, there would be less of me to hit.
Okay.
And they would also see the red, right? So they would see me and avoid me. And it didn't really solve the problem of me running into somebody ahead of me. That's the only thing. And I really don't understand why it's, if someone slams on their brakes and you run into them, why that's your fault. I don't understand.
Well, because you were too close. Should have been farther back to be
But-
prepared just in case.
Okay, well, I'm not the one that is responsible for half of our insurance premium. Let's just put it that way.
Okay. All right. All right. Now let's get back to the map.
The map.
You drive the smart car to Save Mark?
I do.
All right. And so here we are. We're going north on Howe. And then what do we
Yes,
do?
we are.
What do we do after that?
Well, we could turn right on Fair Oaks. We could.
Okay. But do you do that? Or
No.
let's do what you do.
No, because I avoid that intersection.
Right.
So I go out of my way.
So you turn before you Fair Oaks.
I do. I turn on American River Drive.
American River Drive. I've been there. Okay.
Yes. And it's kind of squiggly.
All right. It is a little bit squiggly
Yes, yes.
going down. You even go, it's kind of southeast a little bit and then it curves.
Okay, yeah.
And then what do? We go left on Fulton,
We go left on Monroe,
which turns into Fulton, right?
Fulton. Yes.
Okay. All right. Now we're going north again.
We are. And then, so we cross Fair Oaks there, and there's a signal. If you need a signal, it's a smaller, more friendly intersection.
Mm-hmm. I would agree with that.
Yeah, yeah. So then once you cross Fair Oaks, it's on the shopping center's on the left. And you can there's a whole bunch of lefts, turnoffs, real quick that you can make from Fulton.
Right. And they have the on the Y over there.
That's on down, yes.
Loman's Plaza.
It's in Loman's Plaza, yes.
Right. All right.
It is.
I think I've been in that Save Mart before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been in the Pet Food Express?
I don't think I've been in there. No. but I've been
They're
to.
really, really nice and helpful in there. Let's give it a plug.
All right.
Food Express at Lomas Plaza.
I
They're
have
so nice.
Chipotle in there.
What?
I've been to the Chipotle in
Ah,
Logan's Plaza.
hmm. I must have been there, but so let's think of somewhere interesting that I've been. I've gone to a bunch of parks.
A bunch of parks. Well, let's
Yes.
one on the. Is this all on the same trip or just one?
No, different trips. It's comedy in the park.
Oh,
There are
all right.
there are several different parks.
Okay.
So I've been to Grant Park, at
Uh-huh.
McKinley Park, and Fremont, I think.
Okay. Now for these, what you'd probably be traveling like west overall.
Yes, yes, yeah.
All right. Well, let's start with just one of them.
Okay,
Okay. So I'll put you over here. We'll start over here. And
okay.
which way are we going first here?
Um,
North again?
is west like okay. So you were going north on Howe, and then there's Fair Oaks, right?
Right.
And then you turn left on Fair Oaks. That would be west, wouldn't it?
You would.
It would. Okay. And you know how Fair Oaks turns into J
Uh-huh.
or H?
Right.
You have to decide.
That's true.
But so yeah, you go down there, and then you make a bunch of turns.
All right. So you basically do the same thing that you would do to go to Save Mart.
No. Well, except for instead of turning right, I would turn left
Right.
onto Fair Oaks. Yes,
Have to draw,
west instead of east.
have to draw a little tiny staircase over here. Now, let's start going. Okay.
People from DoorDash or whatever, and I've actually talked to a real person who used to work for them,
Hmm.
and they can never find our house, never.
Oh.
So that's why all the things. Okay.
All you have to do is walk down the stairs.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Which park are we going to now?
The closest, well, the closest one is McKinley Park, right? So that's a straight shot down H. Then you're there.
Take H this time. H. Well, I guess you go down Fair Oaks,
And it sort of branches off.
arches up a little bit, and then starts to curve down, and then you get over here to H, and you're on H for a little while.
Yeah.
That's probably about good.
Are you familiar with that area?
Yeah.
Did you? There's between H and J, I think maybe right after you cross the bridge or whatever, there's a fire station and a little island in the middle. And I never noticed that before last week.
Okay. Over off of what, Alhambra?
It's not that far. It's
Oh.
Elvis, maybe. Oh, well.
Oh.
It's just like you've noticed something that's been there for 7 years and you just now noticed it. It's that feeling.
Mhm.
It's the opposite of deja vu.
Yeah.
Because that's something you've seen before. It's something you've never seen before. Okay. So you go down H Street.
All right. And then it's just right there on H.
Is it?
Isn't it?
The fire station.
Well, McKinley Park.
Oh, no. It's McKinley Park. Yes. McKinley Park is on H. Yes, you're correct.
Yeah. Well, are there other locations on the same trip, or is that it?
Um, unless I stop at the hospital, no.
Okay. You do that sometimes?
I have, yeah.
Okay.
But
We don't have to go into that. I mean,
that's okay. Yeah, there's
medical.
HIPAA rules and stuff like that. But yeah, McKinley Park's real pretty. You know, it has the roses and all that.
Oh, yeah.
And I like that one because you can sit on picnic tables instead of having to put a blanket down on the grass. So it's much more comfortable.
Mhm.
So that's a plus.
Yeah.
Um,
Any of these open mics in the parks yet? I keep meaning to, and then
yeah, I didn't know if you, well, I didn't know if that would be something you would do or avoid.
well, yeah, I just kind of avoided them for a while, but then they kind of were picking up steam, and people were doing them a lot, and I was like, yeah, it'd be nice to get out and do something. And I was,
Some are, I mean, they're real, you know, real nice, you know, and I mean, it's good to get out. It's a beautiful day. And yeah, there's advantages. I mean, advantages, definitely. People complained about having to speak through a mask, but everybody does. So
right, yeah.
yeah. But no, they're fun. They are fun.
Hmm.
You should come.
Okay, yeah. I was trying to make a point to do it, and then the fires started, and we got all the smoke, and people
Yeah,
can't.
I didn't go for like at least a week because it was too hot.
Mhm.
And then, yeah, the next week they didn't have them because of the air quality.
Right.
And it's going to be bad next week too. And it's going to be triple digits.
Oh.
And there you go. Yeah, I won't be going anywhere.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's,
Okay, get back to it. Yes.
we got to get another location on here.
Oh, okay.
How many pens do I have? I have.
Okay, Grant Park is okay, you go down H and you're at McKinley Park, right? So
Mhm.
you're already at McKinley Park. This is awesome. I don't stop there, but it's on the way. Okay. So
Okay.
you know how you can take a slight right. You're on H and it goes towards, I think it goes towards F. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's kind of an angle sort of thingy. It's like that. Okay. This is H. This is McKinley Park.
Uh,
And here's you sort of take a right. It's very hard to explain. Anyway, you take this right, and then you're supposed to take a left right away to stay on F Street because you're going from H to F, right? It's very that's the way to go, but it's very confusing. And
well,
if you don't know there's a red light there,
are you making the right onto Alhambra? And then
is it
make
Alhambra? Yeah,
a left
it
on?
is, isn't it?
Well, it could be. You could do that, or you could go up to what, 30th Street?
I could.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, you're right, because you're on F, and then you have to turn on 30th. Or is it you turn on 30th, then you turn on F. Whatever. I think you're all, no, no, you turn right onto 30th,
Okay.
and then you turn in the block, you turn left onto F.
Okay.
And you keep going on F, which is also the same direction as H, which is west. Did we determine it was west?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, if you have H, then you take a right, then you take a left, then you take a right, then you take a left.
Huh.
Really, you do. You do. Okay.
So here we're on F.
Right. We're on F.
Uh,
And we keep going down F for a while. And then, so then we turn on, I don't know, 26th.
Okay.
And that would be a right. So that would be north.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And then you turn left on D.
D.
Yeah, D. So you're going, what? What did we say? West. Are you going north? Okay, so you were on F, and then you turned right on 26th.
That's north.
Okay, north. Then you turn left
on D.
onto E
E.
or D.
You said D the first time.
Sorry.
The first time you said D.
Oh, it's probably D. It's probably D then.
Right.
The thing is, there are a lot of like, there are a lot of like barriers. So you can't.
There's more they don't let you go through. Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not expecting one of those barriers, it could be a rude awakening.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like right, left, right? Oh, and there's traffic circles. So it's a jungle, really, out there. So anyway, then you go down D, and it's on your right. Well, it's C and 21st, so it's kind of on your right.
Okay. Right.
See, isn't that easy?
Yeah.
Okay.
What I would do if I was going there is I would just go. This is almost like backseat driving now, but I would make that right on 30th Street.
I do.
I would go all the way up to E, which I think is the last one you can do, and then I would go on E, and I would make a right turn on 28th Street,
Okay.
and then I'd take 28th all the way up to C, and then
Okay.
just go straight down, and you'd be there. Real simple.
Well, my GPS does not say that.
Oh.
And the other thing is, on the way back, when it's dark, right? It stops talking to me.
Oh.
It does, and it's really scary. And I always figure, Fremont is like Q, right? So that's the furthest away. And I always figure if I can get back on J Street, then I can get home.
Okay.
Right, J leads to familiar places. And I think I was on J Street, and or somewhere close to J Street. And I thought the numbers were going in the wrong direction.
Oh.
The street numbers,
Yeah.
right? So I needed to say be going higher to get home. This was getting lower. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, so I pulled over to try to get my GPS to work again, and it was like not talking to me, and I got to fix that. But anyway, so I had pulled over, right? And so okay, I'll turn around because I'm going the wrong way. I turn around. This car's like flashing its lights at me, and it was the wrong way.
Oh.
It was a one-way street. So it's unfortunate. But it was dark.
Mm-hmm. So you never take the freeway to do it. It's all.
No, I always do service streets. The last time I took the freeway, there was an unfortunate incident. Okay, my smart car can be either manual or automatic.
Okay.
Did you know that?
I do now.
I'm surprised you didn't know that before, but
I don't know. I know a lot about cars, but I don't know everything. You know,
okay.
there's
Well,
certain cars that I know quite a bit about. Ford Explorers, I know a fair amount.
it sounds like it, yeah.
My family owned two of them, so if it's a car that somebody in the family owned, then I'm likely to know a little bit more about it. And, but
Ah.
smart cars, I know some things about them, but not a whole lot. So,
Well, smart cars can be either automatic or manual.
mhm.
Um,
But
and
aren't
they,
there some, is that true with all of them? Because aren't there some that are just manual?
no,
Really?
I,
Okay.
I, I think that, well, I know there's some that are just automatic.
Okay.
And then some are electric. Mine's not. But so anyway, it can change. And if you accidentally knock it out of, it's weird. It's easy. I think it's easy to knock it out of automatic and it goes in manual, right?
Mhm.
And you're in a, 1, 2, 3, whatever gear. And so anyway, I actually was at Tower Theater and I was getting on the highway to drive home, right? And I was like going in first gear. What?
I should map this.
You should. And
Tower
when
Theater.
I was going in first gear, Stephen. First gear. And people were honking at me and I could not get it out of first gear. I am on the highway. First gear.
Oh,
That was horrible. That was just a horrible experience. And it's the last time I drove on a freeway.
okay. So what did you do? You went from the Tower Theater and then what, 16th Street and then
Yes.
ramp
Yeah.
there?
Yeah. And then 50 somehow, or 80 to 50, or there's a really confusing thing with 80 and 50. And you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. All right. So,
One time I was coming up, I guess 99 North from Elk Grove.
okay.
And then I was going to turn right, like onto 50 East or 80 East, whatever it is. And do you know what I'm talking about? There's like a bunch of different ways you could go.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's basically a crossroads.
Yeah, it is. And so anyway, this is a very confusing place for me, or it was. And then my GPS goes, follow the signs.
Okay.
If I could follow the signs, I would not have you, GPS.
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. So where are we?
Well, we're on this Tower Theater map.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
showing it in yellow, so it's going to be really hard to see, but I have a yellow Sharpie and I'm going to use it.
I think you should.
Yeah.
When you have a bunch of different colors, yellow is always the first to go. Have you noticed that?
What do you mean, like the first to go?
That yellow dries out quickest
Oh, I see.
because it's the lightest color. It doesn't
Hmm.
keep well. It doesn't.
Okay. Well, these are fairly new.
They
Probably.
should be good for a while.
Yeah, I think they're maybe a year old at the most. I didn't buy them specifically for the show,
Oh, okay.
I just
You
I saw them at the store one day and I was like, I want all these colors, so I got them.
I've been wanting to get you a rubber chicken for like a year.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
they're yellow.
they are, but I remember that was for shake and bake. I thought
Oh, right.
you could use a rubber chicken for the shake and bake commercials on the Tonight Play. And you had this little paper sack, and that was your chicken.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. I tried to shape it like a chicken.
Yes. Uh, production values.
Yeah.
But no, I think you're very clever with the, imagination and all that with the whatever you have to do.
Thank you. All right.
Yes.
So we're going on 50. We're on 50.
Okay.
We're going east on 50.
Okay.
And what are we going to do?
We're going we're going to take the Tower Inn Howe Avenue exit.
Okay.
That's where we were before. That's where we started off.
Yeah.
It's a big circle. Do you want me to tell you how to get to Little Rock?
Yeah. I think we should definitely have that on here.
Okay.
So,
Can I choose the color?
Sure. You probably want to use one that we haven't used yet.
Pink.
All the ones. Pink. I don't have a pink one. I have red. I have two oranges, purple, another brown, black, and silver.
I like the red. It looks pink.
Okay. I'll go with that.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. From Sacramento to Little Rock,
So that's
you
gonna
get on I-5 south.
we're gonna be. I want to get there overall, so we're probably gonna start up here.
Right. And then you get on I-5 south
Okay.
and you drive to Barstow, California.
All right. Start going south. There's a little bit southeast.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it is. You're right. This is not to scale.
No, not at all.
'Cause here you have McKinley Park and here you have the United States.
Right.
And the same says, okay, so you're in Barstow.
Places on here too.
Ah.
Yeah.
So then you get on I-40 East.
Okay.
And you take I-40 East to Little Rock.
Okay.
Okay, stop. Stop.
right.
There it is. But yeah, it goes all the way to through North Carolina to the coast directly, straight shot. Isn't that cool?
I need to get out in my car and do some road trips. I think it'd be cool to do in my Cadillac.
It would, and 40 is a really nice highway to take, and you can see a lot of stuff. The only bad part really is through Oklahoma.
Okay.
Kind of flat, boring.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
but the rest of it, I mean, is really quite lovely.
Okay. Have you gone on Route 66 before?
I think so.
Okay.
That's in Arizona, right?
Well, I think probably part of it is. I don't really know. I think overall it used to go from LA to Chicago.
Is it? Yes, it would. Now I'm just trying to think that 66 is going to be east-west because it's an even number. And I think it goes, the lower numbers start north. It goes north to south. So you're right. It would be like in the middle of the United States,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah. Well, from LA to Chicago, it
Kind
is
of.
north-south, but it's also a little bit east-west.
Yeah. West-east, rather, right?
Well, yeah, depending on which way you're going.
Which way you were. Oh, okay.
All right.
Where's the Grand Canyon? Do you know? I mean,
We want to put that one on here? What
yeah. Well, when you go through, you take I guess, detours from I-40, but you go to what, Saguaro National Park, and you go through, I mean, you see all these beautiful things, and the Grand Canyon is one of them, yes.
Okay.
So where is the Grand Canyon?
Well, I mean, it's definitely east of Barstow and it's west of Arkansas. Probably, I would think a little bit north
Yeah.
of Barstow and Little Rock. It's
You
probably
want to know how to get to Seattle from here?
somewhere in there. Okay.
See I-5 South?
We'll make this one purple. I-5 south.
Yeah, just go the other way, I-5 North.
Then we have to start down here. Sacramento right there.
Uh-huh. And then you take I-5 North.
Okay.
Okay. California, Oregon, Washington. Stop. There.
We missed a lot of the details. This is a route you've actually driven?
Oh yeah. Did I not mention I lived there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for a while, long time, and taken many trips back. So yeah, I love Seattle. Do you like Seattle?
Yeah, I went there one time.
Yeah,
I took a train.
really?
Yeah.
That sounds interesting.
Mhm.
There are a lot of really nice train rides that you can take around here. I just have never done one.
Yeah, well, I started from Sacramento and I took the train and went to Seattle. And then I basically covered the whole perimeter of the United States by rail.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
There were a few places, I did this in 2009, and there were a few places that I had to skip. I didn't go to Florida because,
That's all right.
well, what happened was, it was Hurricane Katrina had wiped out some of the tracks that went to Florida. So I could have gone to Florida, but then I would have had to come back up to like North Carolina or something like that.
Uh-huh.
And I had a rail pass and it only had a certain number of segments. And to do that would have taken too many additional segments.
Is there so there's a track from around the perimeter of the United States, or I mean, I guess they're different, what do you call them, lines?
Yeah.
Uh, I have this song going through my head.
Okay.
King of the Road.
Oh, yeah.
Is of the trains.
Mm-hmm. Railroad.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, whatever. He's riding the railroad. So that sounds really fun. That sounds interesting. So did you have like a car to eat and sleep in, or would that be a dining car and a sleeping car?
Yeah, that would have been, those are really expensive, and, especially the trip I did, it took 28 days to do the whole thing.
Wow.
And, but I did, I stopped in, a few major cities along the way and spent the night in hostels and stuff like that there. So,
Yeah, that sounds great. That sounds really fun. Is there any place that you want to see before you die?
I don't know. I don't really have like a bucket list kind of thing like that. I just figure I'll see the places I see, and then that's going to be my life,
It would be, yes. as opposed to anyone else's wife. Yes. Um, yeah, I don't have any burning desire to go anywhere either. I mean, I would like to go places, but
Yeah,
if I don't, I don't.
right. If it works out, it works out. If not, you
Yeah.
know, it.
Of course, I don't have that much longer to live.
Oh,
So,
that's a funny way to put it.
uh, yes. Yes.
Well, we
Yes.
also don't have that much longer on the show. There's only 2 minutes.
Oh,
We
the time just flew by.
It did. It flew by pretty quick. Are there any other places we might want to add on here? What's
Oh, wait. I-40, right?
yeah,
To Little Rock. Where's Little Rock? Little Rock's there.
we have it. That's the red map.
Yeah. Okay. So keep going east on I-40.
Okay.
And you know how there's Arkansas? And then
Yep.
there's Tennessee, which is a kind of long, narrow, it's a rectangular state.
Right now, are you starting in Arkansas on this one?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's start in Arkansas.
We're gonna-
And then you kind of go north from Little Rock, northeast.
I'll make this
And then
one.
you hit Memphis, right? Because there's the Mississippi River.
So we start east, but then we go north.
Yeah. And then you go through Tennessee, which is the rectangular state.
Oh,
Tennessee is really 3 states. There's West Tennessee, Middle Tennessee, and East Tennessee. Ask anybody who's lived in Tennessee. It is 3 states. Ask David Thorne.
okay.
He will tell you 3 states. 3.
He's
Okay.
from Kentucky, or is he from Tennessee?
He's from Tennessee. Yeah.
Is he? Okay.
Kentucky.
I get him confused sometimes.
Yes. I can see why you would.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's Memphis, right? And that's where Elvis Presley was, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There's Nashville.
Yeah.
No, there's Knoxville in the middle. And that's where the University of Tennessee is. And actually, that's where Ryan was born because we live there. So that's why I'm putting it on the map.
I'm going to draw a rectangle with 3.
Yes, that's it. You know what that looks like, though.
What does it look like?
I can't say. No, it's not. I don't want to.
I don't know what it looks like. I'm not getting it.
It just looks like a tampon to me.
Oh, it does look like a tampon. Yeah, you're right. Or I should have
And
drawn one in red.
Yeah, I've been collecting tampon jokes
Okay.
too. I'm working on a book.
All right.
Shit. Never mind. This is over. I'll tell you. I'll tell you later. I made this one tampon joke
Yeah.
that reminded me of you.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you later.
All right. But people can ask, have you read Kelly Brown?
Wait. I went on Maury Povich to plug the book.
Uh-huh. Oh, did you really? No?
You plug the book.
Oh, like, yeah, right. Okay.
Uh, it's a period piece.
Mm-hmm. So,
You know how you make jokes sometimes?
yeah.
Absolutely no one thinks they're funny. Okay.
That happens. Yeah. All right.
Happens more than you would like. Not to you.
Well, I think
That's nice. So I don't get to keep that.
you can have it.
I would like it. You know what it's like? It's having one of those. It's like having one of those drawings done by Evan.
Mm-hmm. The quality's not quite as good, but you know.
I meant no. I hope he doesn't see this and get insulted.
Well, I mean, the quality of my map is near.
I hope he doesn't say, Kelly thinks my drawings look like that.
I've thought of having him on here to draw the map.
That would be great.
Yeah,
That would be nice. You could.
I'm not doing that.
I'm really sorry about the east, west, north, south thing.
No, that's fine. You know, I have to. You know, the whole point of the show is I have to do or draw the best map that I can from whatever the guest gives me. So, you know, and at least it didn't come out looking like a swastika this time.
No.
Well, anyway, I guess we ought to wrap it up.
Oh,
But it's been a lovely evening.
yes, it was a pleasure, Stephen.
Yeah, well, thank you. And we got our little map here. And yeah, if you want a copy of this, or I can just give you the original. Just drop by, or I can drop it by, or you know.
Or I could come by.
Yeah. Yeah, we can work that out.
I could. Do people want to know how I would get to your house?
Well, you can draw that on yourself after.
All right,
Okay.
I'll do that.
All right. And well, I guess
This is
it's
how it always ends, doesn't it?
to sign off now, and
Well then,
Jesse's probably going to come back on now and talk to you a little bit more about what's going on over here at Stab TV. What might be coming up next or tomorrow, or I think he's got things programming just about every night.
Yeah.
that's exciting.
Yeah. It has
Hey,
been.
it is.
It has been a little bit of fun in the terribleness that is the current state of affairs. But yeah, we got stuff 7 days a week, and a lot of fun people doing a lot of fun things, like Stephen Ferris and Kelly Brown, going through through all of Kelly's many varied road mishaps.
Yes.
Thank
I
you.
should have drawn a bumper on here somewhere, but
Well, yeah, it sounds like Ryan hasn't really helped with that either.
Well, he has like an accident every 6 months. Have you seen his car?
Well,
which car does he drive?
He has a Toyota Corolla. And it's like the driver's side is sort of all crushed in, and then the back bumper. So it's.
I must have seen it at some point. I don't remember.
I'm sorry. Oh yeah, you probably saw it. I mean, you may have crashed into it at some point.
I haven't crashed into it. I've
No.
only been in 4 minor accidents. One was a little worse. but that one wasn't my fault. So
They roll off after 3 years
mhm.
on your insurance. So mine's rolled off, so I'm cool. But before that, there were a few. But
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you, Sorry, we were trying to get out, and then we got back into more. I prompted you for more accident talk and more bad mouthing of Ryan's driving, so I pulled us back into it. Thank you thank you so much. Thank you for. How do you get there with Stephen Ferris and Kelly Brown? That's it for tonight. That's all for us from Stab. Thank you for joining us. Oh, this was a long, full night of programming. Starting at 1, ending here at 11. So, you know, I mean, there was a break in there between 3 and 7. But still, yeah, a bunch of stuff tonight. And tomorrow, 1 o'clock, Happy Time Arcade with Emma and I. I believe we might be going to Ryan's Island tomorrow. In Animal Crossing.
what?
We may be going to Ryan's Island in Animal Crossing tomorrow. He's trying to
okay.
sell some of his stuff.
You don't have to mention any of this.
Oh, I'm telling whoever's still watching all of this.
Oh.
So there's that at 1. Suzette Benetti at our new time at 5 o'clock tomorrow. And then all the rest of the stuff. Check out stabcomedytheater.com for the full schedule of events. And we'll see you guys later. Thanks for joining us. Thank you one more time to Stephen and Kelly. And good night from Stab. Get some sleep.
All right.
Holy diver, you've been down too long in the midnight sea. Oh, what's becoming of me?
Okay.
Ride the tiger, you can see a stripe